Okay. Yeah.
Recording now.
Yeah, now it's recording. Okay. Perfect. Now we got everything. Okay. So, do you want to start with your questions for me, or you want me to start with my questions for you?
Maybe your questions first.
Okay. Let me pull it up. Okay. So, tell me about your biggest fear in life.
Oof, my biggest fear. Uh, oof. I mean, I've always been very afraid of heights, but it's a fear that I've been working to get over by exposing myself to heights. So I think,
Yeah, you should try skydiving
oh,
because I was afraid of heights
yeah,
also, but then I went skydiving and I am no longer afraid of heights.
it cured you.
Yeah,
Did
it
you go in
cured
Colombia?
me. No, I went skydiving in Australia
Okay.
and the United States.
I feel like that's a step up. I'm not quite there yet.
Yeah, it's a little bit extreme,
Yeah,
but I figured it would either cure my fear or it would terrify me for life.
yeah, yeah, one or the other.
Yeah.
But
And what
I'm
is,
taking it baby steps for now.
yeah, that is very typical. And what is your favorite way to relax after a long day?
I like to just take it easy. I like to have a beer, we cook some dinner. I like to, it's the summer here now, so I've been barbecuing a lot. So I like to just sort of sit, have dinner, have a nice beer, and just take it easy.
Good. And what is your dream job?
I think I'm working it now. I'm working as a tour guide here in Montreal, and it's a job that I've been sort of wanting to do for a very long time. Although there were a lot of things that got in the way. For example, not speaking a third language was very important, which was one of the reasons I went to Colombia, where we met. And then COVID and all of these things really slowed things down. But now I'm doing it and I really like it. So it's nice to actually have a job that I
Yeah,
really
good.
enjoy.
That is important to like your job.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. You spend so much of your day doing it.
Yeah. And I put a comment in the top of my video explaining my health issues
Hmm.
and the reason that I talk like this. So I do not want to repeat all of the health struggles that I have had,
Right.
but anyone who is interested can read the pinned comments.
On
And my next question for you is if you could have dinner with anyone dead or alive, who would it be?
oof, that's a interesting question. Um, you know what? It's like Anyone dead or alive?
Yeah, dead or alive.
You know what? One person I've always been interested in knowing, sort of like because it was such a a pivotal time in history, and I've always sort of wondered like how he really thought about the processes of what was going on behind the scenes. Someone as Barack Obama. I
Yeah,
I think because he
yeah.
was president during a time in my
Interesting.
life when I was really seeing what was going on, and I've always been curious about what he really thought behind the scenes.
Yeah,
And he seems like
and
a nice guy.
yeah, I think he would be an entertaining dinner guest.
Yeah, I think so too.
And my last question for you is, what is one thing you cannot live without?
One thing I can't live without. Well, beyond like the air and water and things.
Yeah.
uh, I, you know what I can't live without? Cheese. I love cheese. I could never be vegan.
Mhm. Cheese is good, yeah.
And I live in a city that has very good cheese. So
Cheese.
it's a maybe not what you
Yeah,
expected my answer.
cheese is for the rats. My daughter said cheese is for the rats.
For the rights.
Yeah. She likes the movie Ratatouille.
Oh yeah, great movie.
Okay, now it's your turn for your questions.
Okay. So how many questions again? Sorry.
I'm said 10,
Yeah,
but you can ask me more or less.
right.
It's up to you.
Yeah. Um, so you're living in Spain now. I was wondering, what you miss about Colombia.
The food and my friends. I can live without everything else, but I miss the food and my friends.
Yeah, I agree with that. Same with me. Um, so if there's some, in a couple years when the World Cup happens and Colombia has to play Spain, who will you choose for? Who will you cheer for?
Uh, if Colombia played Spain, I would go for Colombia.
Nice.
But if Spain won, I would not be sad.
It would be a big party there. Well, I mean, I guess you guys just had a big party.
Yeah, yeah, because Spain just won the Euro Cup.
Yeah, it was a big party here too.
Yeah.
Um, so since you've become a father, how do you think that's changed, you as a person?
It's definitely made me more patient,
Hmm.
and I have realized that I love my daughter more than anybody else in this world, and I was afraid of becoming a father because I was afraid of the responsibility. But now I am glad that I did it, and I only wish I would have been younger and healthier when I had a child. But Eliana is my legacy, and if everything goes right, he will live on beyond me. So there will always be a part of me that goes on even when I am gone. And you realize when you become a parent that your children take the good things and the bad things from your personality, whether you mean to give it to them or not. So, for example, I am very stubborn. When I don't want to do something, no one can convince me to do it. And my daughter is exactly the same way.
It's interesting that those sort of personality traits sort of automatically make their way in.
Yeah, because I did not give that to her on purpose, but it made its way in.
Just through osmosis or through something inside.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, uh, you had sent some questions, and one of the questions was about how we met, and I know we met in Spanish class, but I'm trying to remember, you know, exactly when we met, and I wasn't really able to. I just sort of, you were there and I was there, and we became friends. Do you remember that at all?
Um, I remember us meeting in Spanish class, but I do not remember exactly when.
It's funny because sometimes, you can remember exactly when you met somebody, but then other times people come into your life and you don't really know exactly when. It's just was sort of a process that happened, and I found that interesting that I couldn't remember exactly when we met, but I know where
Yeah,
we.
me either. But we met and we became friends, and here we are today.
Yes, yeah. And then the other question that you had mentioned, and then I was thinking about it was about you know something that I remember about you, and I was thinking about that. And one of the things that I really remember about you know our our time that we spent in Colombia was walking with you. Just sort of walking on the streets at different times of day, not necessarily going anywhere, or maybe going somewhere, but just walking and talking and just about whatever was in our lives or whatever was going on. Is there anything in particular about our time, that we were in Colombia together that you remember about me?
Um, in particular, no, but I remember when we would go out for a beer or coffee and we would just have a conversation, and we had a lot of good conversations about different stuff, and I really enjoyed our time just relaxing together.
Yeah, same with me. Yeah, but for some reason, for me, it was the walking. The walking in the city that really stands out to me. I'm not sure why. Uh,
Yeah, I struggle with walking now,
mm,
so I use a walker or a wheelchair to get around because my balance is bad since I got sick. But thank God I am not paralyzed
yes.
and I can still move even if I have to use a wheelchair or an old man walker.
The walkers, at least you can put stuff in it though.
Yeah, yeah, my walker has a basket.
But yeah, those are nice. Um, the What other question did I have? So it's been a long time since you've lived in the United States, but is there anything that you miss about living in the United States?
I miss the food from Texas
Oh yeah.
and my friends and family, but nothing else. I can live without everything else.
So similar to Colombia.
Yes, very similar to Colombia.
And I guess my last question, what is your favorite part about living in Spain? Yeah.
My favorite thing about living in Spain is the government takes good care of you here.
Okay.
We have to pay more in taxes, but they cover health care and education. So the two biggest expenses from the United States, we do not have to worry about it here.
So good social programs.
Yes.
Is 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 there anything that you don't like about Spain or your time?
I do not like the weather where we live, and I don't like when they shut the city down with a different protests.
Okay, yeah.
But all of my complaints are little complaints.
Hmm.
I do not have any big complaints.
That's good. It sounds like you found a place that you really like and enjoy.
Yeah, we are planning on staying here indefinitely. And unless my parents get really sick, I do not think we will move again.
That's good. That's good that you found somewhere.
Yeah,
I think that's it for my questions.
yeah, and I was done with my questions as well. But thank you for coming on and doing my podcast.
Oh, it was really nice to see you and hear you. It's been a
Yeah, it
while.
was good to catch up again. It's been a while. So even if we don't do another recording, we should have another video call just to catch up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, have a good day.
Yes, same to you, and it was very nice to talk to you.
Yeah, you as well. Say hello to Diana for me.
Yes, absolutely. And say hello
Take
to the whole
care.
family.
Yeah. Take care.
Yes, you too.
Bye bye.
Bye.